My name is Jambukeshwaran Anand, and I am working as the tax head in an US MNC, Nortel Corporation. And with me, I have my wife. Her name is Sita Lakshmi. We have been married since last 10 years. We have couple of children. The elder one is Akash Anand, who is about 6 years of age, and the younger one is Akshara Anand. She is about 3 years.
Myself, Sita Lakshmi Anand, working as a teacher, primary teacher, dance teacher from in a Balbhati Public School. From past 10 years, I'm into teaching line. I'm running my dance institute, Ganesh Natya Ranjani. I'm having couple of students, 20 or 30 couple of students is there who are learning from past 2.5 years.
Striking a balance between work and family life is a very important aspect in any child upbringing. So we want to give quality time to our children so that they don't feel neglected. So that is the reason why my wife has actually taken up a school job so that she can spend maximum time with the kids in their upbringing.
See, it depends upon person to person. Many people are there who are work in MNC and still they balance their work. I know my potential that how can I balance my family life and my career. So as my potential is that I need a time to my little ones to give a time to my little ones, like my working hours is in the morning till afternoon. After afternoon from 2 o'clock in the day late night I can give my time to my little ones. So that makes in that way I can manage my energy as well as I can channelize my energy and I can channelize my children in a proper manner. So this is the way I can balance my career as well as I can satisfy my career as well as my kids.
On a day to day, we try to balance our times according to our kids requirement. At times it happens that I have to go out of town, so my wife takes care of the kids full time, and at times whenever she is busy with a school activity or other dance institute activity, I make it a point that I try to give the complete time whenever she is not available at home.
Yeah, similarly, it's an mutual understanding between us. Like I make a point like one of us should be there with the little ones. So because as a nuclear family, we need some of us should be there because we should. I don't want my kid should be totally dependent on the maid. So I wanted one of us should be there with the little ones because as they are too small, they are in the age group of 5 to 8, so they can't handle themselves independently. So I wanted we make a point like if I'm busy, my husband should be there with my little ones, and if my husband is there is busy, so I make a point that I will be there with my little ones.
So it's basically a mutual understanding between both of us. So that's the way we cope with our day to day hectic work life balance schedule. There are a number of challenges we face while upbringing a child. For example, like I had to move out of the hometown for career perspective. I have to move out for more than 2 years, and my wife had to stay back, and she had to bring up the child alone during this period. And I will let her speak about those experience.
During that time, I was alone here. I was handling everything from grocery to other, even financial things were being handled alone. And that guts were from where I got that guts was my upbringing was like my parents were working, and I was being brought up like that alone. Everything was being done, made me independent, and so at that time I was able to cope up this situation very well. I was able to handle, but what I realized, my son was being groomed very nicely, but end of the day when he was back after 2.5 years, he was missing his dad somewhere. So I felt no, only a single mother can't bring a child or single father can't bring a child. A child needs both mother and father. For a child to bring up a child properly, both should be there, a mother and father. Father can't be replaced, a mother can't be replaced. So I will suggest both mother and father role is equally important. and one has to sacrifice their ego clashes, everything. One more experience I want to share with you all, like as I am a teacher, with my experience I would just suggest one thing. Like nowadays we both parents couples are working, and we are not able, no, none of us wants to live our career. So but one suggestion from our side, like we should supposed to sacrifice the ego, and we one has to sacrifice the career, because it reflects the child personality some or other way if you are not able to balance the career and your child grooming. Because what we find right now in many states, like as I worked in Bombay also, I worked in Delhi also, it's some or other way the child is not being groomed properly. We can see the depression, many children are going through with the depression cases. Even when we use as a teacher, when we say that the child is having some problem, somewhere the thing is becoming wrong, the parents are not ready to accept it. What's the wrong, that we are well qualified, we are able to provide everything, we are what we can do the best to the child. But see, education, money, everything is not the thing. The child needs your love, your parents compassion, the time, where at that time if you are not able to give the time, the compassion when the child needed, the money can't bring those things to the child, and the child comes into the depression. So you have to decide कि money is important, your ego is important, your career important, or your child. I suppose as a parent, for me, the child is important, because child is the future of our country.